So my father was an alcoholic. He was in and out of the house pretty much my whole life. And so when we would see him, most of the time, my memories of him were, him being drunk. So he was like, I think when I was like, man, maybe 5 years old, he left. And, was just out. Like, for him, alcohol was like somebody being on, like, hardcore drugs.
Yeah.
And so he was intermittent from between 5 and 9 when he passed away. Right before he passed away, he had gotten clean. He got a job. He had a place. Wow. We went and saw him, We were like, hey, he's like, hey, he worked at this restaurant. Remember, we went to the restaurant multiple times. On a Sunday night, we got the word that he had a heart attack. He went to the hospital. That Monday, after school, me and my brothers and my mom, we go to the hospital. We see him. He's up in the bed, just like this, having a conversation. And he said, listen, I'm so sorry for what I've done to you all. He said, I want to get back in your life. I want to get my family back.
Wow. I'm
coming back to church. That's what he said.
Wow.
We were like, wow, okay, maybe Dad has changed. The next day, we're getting ready to go to the hospital. The phone rings. Mother picks up. Hear this screech, this yell. I'm 9 years old, and I was literally sitting on the couch reading the Shel Silverstein book, Where the Sidewalk Ends, because we were reading that for class. My mom yells, and we knew what that meant. She's crying profusely. She rushes. She gets us in a car. We go to the hospital. One of my aunts is there. She is with us in the waiting room. My mom goes away for a long time, and then finally she comes and she says to me and my brothers, I want you to come with me. Didn't know where we were going. We go. What I now realize was the morgue. And there's my father.
Wow.
Laid out on a cold, steel slab. And she said, kiss your father goodbye.
Wow.
So we walk over, man. And I'm telling you, you don't know what cold is until it's the cold of the dead body. So I remember to this day kissing him on his forehead. And in that moment, I'm like, what the heck is this? I don't know. I don't know how to, I'm feeling stuff I don't even know how to deal with. So I'm just going to shut that down.
Yeah. All the emotions.
I'm shutting it down. I can't survive like this. Wow. I'm shutting it down. So, hey, I'll lean into Mr. Perfect and all these things. And so as that achievement started, from that age, I'm just going to try. I'm going to put all my focus on succeeding, and I'm going to get straight A's, and I'm going to do this, and I'm going to be on student council, and I'm going to play basketball, and I'm just going to work my way out of so I never have to focus on how I feel, never have to do it. So as I did that, again, in the public, it's like, oh, successful, successful at school, successful at college, all this. But where I failed the most was in my personal relationships. Because I couldn't express how I felt. Okay, DeVon, you're taking me out on a date, but how do you feel? No, I'm good. No. What's going on? Like, how do you really feel? Like, what are you thinking? Oh, no, I'm thinking great. No. That vulnerability, man, it was like a lock. And as I've been married, I've had to, even to this day, work on expressing the things that are hard to express, and not when I'm talking about a problem. It's easy to talk about problems. Oh, I don't like this. That's easy. But this makes me feel really good. I really like when you do that. I really love this. Here's what I really feel about it. I'm really afraid about that.
You don't say those things as frequently as you.
I don't say those things as frequently as I want to. And I realize the especially with us being in the position that we are we've been blessed to be able to help people. The only way that we can continue to grow in that help is to grow here and to grow in that vulnerability. And that's something, man, that I work on, because in some instances, man, it feels very uncomfortable, really uncomfortable. Like it's easy. I can stand up in a stadium full of 20,000 people and speak much easier than sometimes one-on-one me telling, my wife how I feel about certain things.
Man, that's powerful.